Okay, we are live. Hello, good morning, everybody. I'm so excited today to welcome you in Coffee with Kaya. So today our guest is Jeff Banek, and I know, yeah, hi Jeff, and I know Jeff oh my God, I met with him at 2018 in San
Yeah,
Diego with another meeting,
it's been like almost 4
and
years now,
it,
yeah.
yeah, that was
Wow,
his first two comma club that he got
right.
for, yeah.
Mhm.
That time I had no idea what is two comma club, what is funnel. We are in a completely different conference, but
Right.
he and our friend Kevin, they actually introduced us about FHL, click funnel and all. So
Mhm.
I learned from him. So when I first saw him, what I felt like, he's a very humble guy. When we are all
Oh, yeah.
talking about, everybody's boasting about lots of, there are lots of other entrepreneurs, but he was like quietly a tall guy, quietly um, in the corner and talking about, not talking much, very quiet guy. So
Yeah,
that's how I met with Jeff at
yeah.
first, and then I remember I joined his community. He was, that time we used to call him Funnel Dog. He used to have a white coat.
Yep.
And then we in, I think it's in Nashville FHL, that you had a big lunch meetup. You remember
Right.
that? I was
Yep.
trying to Google, I mean, in my the photo I had, but I can't find it. But
No, I do.
anyway,
I had it in Dave and Buster's, and we wound up closing the place down. I remember we had like there was like 150 people showed up. It was amazing.
exactly. You just,
Yeah.
yeah, in FHL, he was so popular that time in Funnel Dog. But
No,
again, I mean, why I always amazed by him. He is very humble. Like today, I'm a very small in a Facebook group. But whenever I asked him, I was scared to ask him that whether he will show up for interview. He abruptly said yes. I mean, no question asked. He abruptly said, "Oh, sure, why not?"
hey,
So
if it's not for you guys, I don't have a following, so you got to give back. You got to always give back.
that's so true. But again, I am very grateful to you because because the following, I always followed you, and the way you taught funnel that time when nobody had any idea in 2000, in the end of 2018 or
Right.
beginning of 19, that you did the tattoo in your hand
Mhm.
and all.
Yep,
You
right
still
there.
have
Yeah, it's still there. It's a real
so
tattoo.
yes, I remember that. And also I was asking you, I remember that time that, in e-commerce, you have some downtime. I said, what will I do? You told me you can do affiliate. I mean, okay. So though I tried affiliate, but that's not really, my passion.
Sure.
But eventually, door open, right? I understand the value of coaching, consulting. So that's what I'm doing. So
Nice.
I will give you those credit because
Oh, well, that's
uh,
awesome. That's
why
so
not? I mean,
cool.
because I told you, Kevin and you, first FHL, I understand what is FHL, I have no idea, and then all those. So and now, and as my viewers know that I'm also very passionate about investment. I
Hmm.
think we should all diversify, because
Well,
if you are passionate about passive income, investment is the number one, and traditional passive income,
right.
whether you admit it or not, right? Whatever it is, if it is in bank getting interest or dividends in the stocks, all real estate, and of course right now crypto and all, those are the real passive income.
Yeah. Well,
And as an entrepreneur, we are already taking risk, because I don't know about you guys, but many of my family members don't even understand what I'm doing.
oh
So
yeah, for sure.
so we are the risk taker, right? We are taking risks. So if you are somebody who thinks that, oh, what is crypto, I don't understand, or what is NFT, I don't understand, but I will say, hey, you are not the regular people. You are like 5% of the population, that you came and taking risk as an entrepreneur. So if
Right.
that is true, we should also, I think we should also gain knowledge about crypto, gain knowledge about NFT. Now, risk, you will take the risk or not, that is up to you. That's in future. But
Sure.
what I believe in, I always believe in calculated risk. that means educate at risk. You educate yourself first. So
Mhm.
that's why I bought NFT guide. So you are now NFT doc, Jeff. Can I say
Well,
that?
that was the thing. Everybody said that, and I mean, maybe that might still become. Right now, I just call myself NFT Jeff, but yet everybody keeps asking that. So maybe I might resurrect the funnel doc, and he might
Yeah,
come
because
back
that's
with
your
it.
brand. Because the
Well,
white coat, that's your brand. So
well, you know what? To be honest, like as much, it was literally one of the best decisions I ever made because it branded me so well. But it was also sort of a pain in the butt having to carry the jacket. But like the more I look at it, because like it's a white jacket, you're always having to be careful not to get it like dirty and stuff, you know. And I wore it all the time. So, but everybody still says that. They're like, oh, should you be the NFT doc? So maybe I should change that up to the NFT doc or Dr. DeFi or something. I don't know. Like,
okay.
we'll
Oh,
see. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe he might have to, the funnel doc might have to be brought back from the dead and he might come back as the NFT doc, but who knows?
great.
That's funny.
So, Jeff, I know a little bit about your journey, but if you can share that you started with if funnel
Right.
building, and then so then you got your first 2 comma, then you got your second 2 comma, and now I think you already got your third one.
Yeah, that's
So
right. I got it right. I don't know if you'll be able to see it with the
I can't.
background thing, but yeah, it's right here. I just got to open it. I haven't opened it yet. That was my third one there now. So
Oh, is that about NFT? Because I didn't.
no, I haven't got my. Well, that's the only thing. ClickFunnels doesn't go hand in hand with crypto, so it's hard to use ClickFunnels for anything that's related to NFTs right now.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's the one thing because when you build out the actual what they call a D app or decentralized app, that's where you mint or you
Mhm.
make the NFT for the first time. When you go to the website and you put your money in, you put your crypto in, and you make the NFT the first time, that's when you do it there. So yeah, that's one of the things that we're working on is oh excuse me.
Okay. So yeah, describe your journey a little bit. You started with funnel
So
and then. Mhm.
yeah. So actually, I started out as a personal trainer. I was a personal trainer,
Yes.
like, and then I started. My mentor at the time held up a book from some dude, Russell Brunson.com secrets. I was like, sure, whatever. I'm like, if my mentor tells me to read it, I got to read it. So I read the book, and I tell people it was like watching the movie Matrix when you the first time when you Neo can see everything, you can see the my awards a little bit. If I flash my hand behind me, that's funny. You can see that Neo, I could see like everything, funnels, upsells, order bumps, down sales, like all of it made sense. And then that I went heavy into ClickFunnels. I got the ClickFunnels tattoo as a promise to myself that I would do something good in ClickFunnels or be some weirdo with a ClickFunnels tattoo. And thank goodness I did something well in it. And launched my first funnel with Kevin. That
Mm-hmm.
one at the time was the fastest anyone had hit $1 million at that time. We did $1.2 million in sales in 57 days. That one went on to do 10 million in just under 18 months. I launched another one with him that did several million. Altogether, I wound up launching an agency that winded up doing very well. Altogether, the funnels I made in the past 4 years did 41.7 million. Probably about 43 million by now, somewhere right around in there. And yeah, and then I started finding about NFTs and I gave all that up. I was like, forget all that, forget the funnels, forget the funnel doc, forget all that success. NFTs are the future. NFTs are going to be how everything will be bought and sold on the blockchain. I'm like, this is what I got to do. And yeah, I killed my funnel doc brand at Funnel Hacking Live this
Yeah.
year.
That
And
is very exclusive. I mean, you already established something and then you abruptly. So what really encouraged you or inspired you for NFT?
well, that was the thing is like the more research I saw, the more I saw that this is the future of how things, because realize that NFT is just a digital contract of something being bought and sold online. That's what people don't understand. They see all these pictures and stuff and they think it's about the image. The image doesn't really matter. It could be anything. It's
Mm-hmm.
the bonuses, it's the access. It's when you buy NFT, a real NFT, a good designed NFT gives you bonuses. Like for instance, if I was still the funnel doc and you held one of my NFTs, maybe once a year I'd have a conference that you would come in, and because you held the NFT, you get to get in for free. Or maybe if you have a special one that's rare, you can get once a quarter, you get an hour conversation with me for free just because you hold that NFT. NFTs are about access. They're about allowing people access, or about being able to track purchases. It's not just about the image. And that's what so many people get caught up on. They're like, oh, these pictures, the pictures don't matter. It's the community behind it. It's the utilities, it's the bonuses that you get because you're a holder. Think about that velvet rope at the club that everybody wants to get on that side of the VIP. When you buy an NFT, that's getting you access on the other side of the velvet rope.
Okay.
It's like, think about this. When you buy an NFT, you get access to a mansion. The more rare the NFT is, the more doors you get to open in that mansion. Does that make sense?
Makes sense.
So someone might say, oh, because I have this NFT, I get access to the bowling alley in the mansion, or I get access to the theater and the bowling alley, and I get free dinners every night. You know what I mean? Like on a very simple level. But that's what really NFTs are about access to things. So for instance, when we talk about NFTs in music, in the future, or even right now, what's happening is artists that have a following before would have to go to a record company, even though they had like 10,000, let's say they don't even have a huge following. Say that you're an artist and you have 50,000 diehard fans, which sounds like a lot, but when you think about the millions, it's not. It's a very small number. So say you're an artist now and you decide to launch an NFT where you're going to do 10,000 of them, and anyone that buys it is going to get future profits from any song of yours that's downloaded from SoundCloud. Okay, you know what I mean? How they have this streaming service. So now think about this: you price them at $400, and you sell 10,000 of them to 10,000 of your 50,000 fans. 1 in 5 of your fans buy this thing. You just made $4 million. You now have $4 million that you can use to make your own record, to launch your own career, to do your own concert tour. And because of this, the people that supported you from the beginning have this NFT, and they get like a little percentage, or maybe they get VIP access to your concerts once a year, or maybe because they were original person, they can go to every concert for free forever. It's up to you. That's the cool thing about NFTs. They're literally, your mind is the only thing that limits the possibilities. Like for Steve, we've got right now, there's a whole story, but we're building a mansion in the metaverse where people that own his NFTs are going to be able to go in and play in there and do all types of crazy.
So here, viewers who don't know who he's talking about Steve Larsen, correct, Jeff?
Yeah, Steve Larsen. Yeah.
Steve Larsen. So they are building an NFT, so that and metaverse, and that he's talking about.
Right. We're doing the Capitalist Pigs NFT for him, and we're gonna have. There's a whole story behind it. It's pretty in depth of how the pigs came to be and all this type of stuff, and it's pretty amazing. It's going to be, we're literally breaking history writing history, because we're going to be the first launch ever that's going to have an affiliate program on the NFT. So check this out. If you want to be an affiliate for our NFT, you go and you get a special NFT that marks you as an affiliate. So just like normal, you'll have a link that you'll give people.
That's exciting.
They'll go sign up underneath that link. And then if they buy the NFT, you automatically get paid on the blockchain instantly. It's not waiting 30 days because there's no refund. It's instant payout. So we're the first people. No one's ever done that before. So literally in March, when we launch Steve's NFT, we're going to be literally creating history because we're the first. So
it's affiliate NFT.
Right. So if this is going to be your chance that if you love the NFT, now you can actually get paid by talking about it and supporting it just like you'd normally do anyway. So yeah, we're going to have a whole affiliate program. It's going to be amazing. We're giving one of the things that Steve wants to do is he finds that right now medical facilities aren't giving people the treatment they need. So he wants to create a a medical, I'll have to let him talk more about it, but a medical practice for people that sort of want to be outside the normal for hospitals and things like that, for like cancer and things like that. So 10% of all the sales are going to go towards that. One of the cool things you can do also, check this out. So we're giving you all the copyrights for your NFT. So if you have that picture, it's going to be cool little capitalist actual pigs that are going to be like with bankers hats on and cool stuff like that. So say you want to do merch and sell it. You can actually have the copyrights. You can make merch on it. You can do whatever you want with it and you can sell it. And one of the things we're doing is once a quarter, we're going to do a random drawing where we're going to pick 10 NFTs. We're going to turn it into a merch line and we're going to do a 50-50 split with whoever happens to own that NFT. So they're going to, right. I mean, it's crazy some of the stuff we're going to be doing.
I mean, the way you're describing, we just know the rabbit hole, but now it is all the branches, all the possibilities that NFT can bring. Like when you were saying, I was thinking, suppose as a stock, we own Tesla, suppose, but we just get the dividend, or if it is go up and all that, but we don't get other parts that you are saying, like,
Right.
Maybe some, when the new Tesla will come, okay, you will get some 50% or that, but with NFT, you are saying that public or the shareholders will get all those benefits besides the kind of like that, right?
Yeah,
Kind
you're
of.
100% right, but it's just don't get confused with stocks because they're not. Sometimes you can make money off of them. Sometimes it's just access, but you're right. When you buy into it, like you said with Tesla, if you'd bought a Tesla stock, maybe, or a Tesla NFT, one of the what they call it utilities. We as marketers call them bonuses. One of the bonuses is maybe you're one of the first people that gets Teslas when they're released every time or something. You know what I mean? Like literally, it's whatever you can think of. That's the cool thing about it. It's like, what would make owning this cool to whoever your ideal avatar is? You know what I mean? Like, for instance, one of the things we're doing for Steve, one of the very, very high special ones that are very rare, and that's a difference. The more rare it is, the more valuable or more utilities it has. So there's different levels. We have 4 different levels. We have copper, silver, gold, and diamond level. And diamond, of course, is the most access and everything. But if you're one of the diamond levels, Steve usually charges 20 to 30 grand in his studio to shoot a video for like his course to build out. And if whoever owns that NFT once a year can do that for free.
So he haven't launched it yet, right?
No, we're launching
it in March.
We're launching it at the end of March.
End of March.
Right.
Okay, I will
You'll start hearing more and more about it. We haven't even started making noise yet.
Okay, great. But it is okay, but you are telling me.
Oh, yeah. Fine. And we're just now starting to even talk about it. Like we're just now.
But what will be the price point? I mean,
so that's one of the things we don't discuss right now because things can change right now. We don't discuss the actual date and we don't actually discuss what the actual price point will be. It will be less than an Ethereum for sure. It'll be like somewhere between 0.05 to like 0.1, somewhere in there. It's not going to be, it'll be a couple $100 is what it'll be. It won't be.
It's not like 20,000 like Gary Vee's one yesterday, 19,000.
There's 2 different. We have 2 different sales. They have what's called a whitelist. Now, the whitelist is what you want to get on. That guarantees that you get one because we have what the whitelist. You get on that, then that gets you a spot to get one no matter what. Now, say we do a whitelist of 5,000. That means there'll be 5,000 that will be available for the public. Now, the difference between the whitelist and the whitelist, you're guaranteed a spot. The public is like Black Friday when they open the doors at Walmart and you see there's no guarantee. Like if you have 5,000 and there's 50,000 people going for it, like you got a one. Yeah. So that's the difference between a whitelist and a public mint. You're still making it for the first time. And here's the cool thing. It's like a slot machine. You put your money in and you don't know what's going to come out. It could be one of those rare ones, the one that's worth 20,000, or it could be worth one that's only worth a couple $100. You don't know. That's the cool thing about it. That's the difference between buying it on a marketing platform like OpenSea, which is a marketplace where you buy NFTs, you can actually see what the rarity is. And if you buy it at their site, when they mint it or make it for the first time, you don't know what the rarity is. And that's where you make your money. Because you put that, think
Okay.
about it. I put it in there and I spend $300 or $400. I could get a copper one or I could get a diamond one, or one in between. Say I put my $300 in and I get the special one that allows me to make my course once a year. That's worth probably 10 to 20 grand. I just turned $400 into $20,000 that way.
Right. Got it. Yeah. So that was my question, because I know it is 30K, 25K range, Steve's, that
Right.
whole package.
Not
But
initially. Yeah. Initially, during the whitelist and the public sale, you'll get them at less than, it'll be between $200 to $500 roughly in that price
roughly.
point.
Okay.
But
Okay.
realize there's only 10,000, and even though 10,000 sounds like a big number, you're competing against the whole entire world. So 10,000 is not a lot when you think about everybody online. And our goal is to have probably a 50 to 100,000 or more people in our Discord, in our Facebook group. So realistically, you're probably going to, if you want to get on that white list, because that's going to guarantee you a spot, versus the public sale. If there's only 5,000 and there's 50,000, you got a 1 in 10 chance, So.
Right.
So yeah, so that's the difference about how we're launching it. Ideally, we're going to try and whitelist the whole thing, because we're going to have so much demand from all the affiliates and stuff. We're actually doing a week before, we're doing a launch where we're going to educate everyone on all the steps on how to buy it, how to set up your MetaMask, how to go to Coinbase and actually buy it, because that's one of the problems we found dealing with our audience is so many few people even know what crypto is.
Yeah, right, exactly. We don't know how to.
Big friction point. So that's one of the things we're doing, is not only are we teaching them, but we're allowing our affiliates to drive everybody to that training. So that way we'll train all of our affiliates people. So our affiliates don't even have to worry about teaching their people crypto. They just send them to us. We'll teach them all about crypto, teach them all about everything they need to know. And we're going to even teach them why they want to buy the Capitalist Pig NFT and why they should be part of it. I want to share with you, if that's okay.
Yes, sure.
I made this up. This is the actual Capitalist Pig, how they came to be, the actual NFT itself. So let me pull this up real quick. You're going to be one of the first people to actually hear this live, actually. So I made up this story, and this is the story about how the Capitalist Pigs came to become Capitalist Pigs. So Thaddeus Illuminati, the recluse mega billionaire, made his billions being the biggest investor in human DNA cloning and the cloning ever of the first cloned pig.com. Now, mind you, if you look in history, the first ever cloned pig was actually named .com. So I got some actual history in there. So unknown to the public, he was also doing some experimentation on his own, using the tech that created the first ever cloned pig.com. He created his own team of 13 piggy minions that he dubbed his Capitalist Pigs. These pigs became his friends and loyal business partners. 10 years goes by, and unfortunately for Thaddeus, one day while working in his secret lab buried under his billion-dollar mansion, he died from an unexpected heart attack while surrounded by his only real friends in the world, his Capitalist Pigs. But unknown to the world, these pigs had been running his billion-dollar empire behind the scenes as Thaddeus had fell ill, which led to his heart attack. Each pig had been developing his own unique talents and traits, because unlike .com, these pigs were special. Thaddeus had secretly infused the DNA of some of the greatest financial minds in the world when he made these Capitalist Pigs, and thus they had taken over all operations for his company and 100x'd it in the past 10 years. The Capitalist Pigs had no idea what to do when their creator died, so they did the only thing they knew to do. They made money, and lots of it. But as time went on, they stayed behind the scenes and grew tired of life of hiding and wanted more. So they decided to create an army that would help them change the world the way that Capitalist Pigs see it. And then right here, we have a manifesto that Steve's creating that explains what the Capitalist Pigs are. That will be inserted in here. And then it says, this army has now grown to 9,983 unique Capitalist Pigs, and they are ready to launch their invasion of the world and help capitalists take their rightful place in free society. Are you ready to take your spot and become a Capitalist Pig today? Oink, oink, baby. It's time to make some money. It's not about the fat backs. It's about the greenback. Oink, oink, baby. It's time to make some money. That's the chant that the capitalist pigs, while they're working in the $1 million mansion, they chant that out as they're on their keyboards. But
Oh my
that is the
God.
story of how
It's
the
typical
NFT.
Steve Larson. All this story exactly. I can't imagine anybody else wrote it, but
Isn't
yeah.
it going to be amazing? And so, like in the metaverse, one of the things we're doing is the $1 billion mansion with a secret underground lab. We're going to
Mhm.
build that. And as an NFT holder, you're going to have access to that in the metaverse. We're going to be doing so many cool things. We're going to do meetups. We're going to do virtual summits. We're going to be doing so many amazing things, providing so much value. Our goal is to create something that's going to last for 3-5 years down the road, not just something that you're going to like want to buy and sell. And you can do that, and people are going to flip them and make money. Don't get me wrong. And we're
Mhm.
cool with that. But we really want it to come down to people that want to be capitalist pigs, that want to make money so that they can give back to the world, because that's what you shouldn't be afraid of. Don't be afraid of making money. Money's not evil. Money gives you power to be able to change the
Of
world and do all
course.
the good things that you want.
Mhm. Of course, everything. I mean, money. That's a very wrong energy to think money is evil. That is such a
A lot of
wrong
people
energy.
do, though. A lot of people do.
Hmm. Even even think about all the god and all the different religion. If King Solomon or big king were not there, how they have spread the, even for Buddhism. I'm not going that rabbit hole.
Yeah,
But what my point is, you needed money to spread that in the world. It's like,
right. I
yeah,
mean, you can change the world when you're broke, but it's a lot harder.
Lord heard.
You
Of
know, it's a
course,
lot harder to make a
it's
difference when you've
always
got this.
all those in ancient time or in history. If you see the good king always boasted or influenced,
Mhm.
otherwise it haven't spread you know
Right. And that
so
and that's the thing too. If you believe in enough what you're doing or promoting, like if you don't get it out to the world, then you're doing yourself and whatever you believe in and in service, because I believe that this will change the world, and that's why
yeah,
I'm so dedicated to everything.
everything, even service. If you look at the church, they need money, right, to do
Mhm.
service.
Exactly.
Anybody, I mean, how can you do that service? How if you don't have anything? So another thing, I will ask. I know you will do all the training and all, but
Well,
can you, in a short, like maybe in a 3 minutes, 10 minutes, um can you give us a training for dummies in NFT?
sure, sure.
Like, for like, what is NFT? How can we buy it and how can you sell it? I mean,
Well,
what
the buy. Well, here we'll start out. So first of all, NFT stands for non-fungible
fungible?
token.
Mm-hmm,
So what fungible means is it means interchangeable.
mm-hmm,
So if I were to take 5 baseballs, they were all made exactly the same, they're fungible, they're interchangeable.
right,
But if some famous baseball player comes in and signs one of
right.
them, now that one's worth money, it's non-fungible, it's non-interchangeable. So realize that all that means is it means that whatever you're looking at is unique. All a NFT is a ledger on the blockchain that tracks something being bought and sold and any like perks or specialties that come with it. That's it.
Mm-hmm,
It literally, like for instance, the cool thing is what people don't know about NFTs is when you create them in the code, there's a royalty baked into the code. So every time the person who creates it, it's sold by somebody else, you get a percentage, even in perpetuity forever. So think about this: an NFT can be attached to anything that's bought and sold and proven who owns it and who sold it. So in the future, you won't buy a deed to your house. You'll buy an NFT, and whoever owns that NFT will own that house. And think
mm-hmm,
about this. Let's say that house, for easy math, sold for $1 million. Whoever made that NFT now gets 10% of $1 million because it was sold to someone else forever. So you can pass that NFT, the person who made it can pass that on to their kids now and have
generation, yes.
generational wealth now because of things like that.
Mm-hmm,
Like that's the thing. NFT, all it is showing something bought and sold. Now, what you decide to buy or sell makes a difference. The reason why people have these images, all the images is just something cool to look at. And because think about this, the only reason they're worth hundreds of thousands of dollars is the same reason Lamborghinis are worth hundreds of thousands. It's because people say they are. If people didn't say it, Lamborghinis were worth $100,000, they wouldn't be worth that much. So that's why people, and here's one of the things when I first got into it, the hardest things for me was being like, but it's digital, it's not real.
Right.
But if you live online, if you're online,
That's the
digital is
reality.
real, you know?
Yes.
So it's really,
Those
that's
digital codes are, yeah, that's everything.
right. So if you live online, realize these are going to be clout. That's why Nike is going into the metaverse, because realize people are going to have their avatars, and that's all the metaverse is a video game world. That's all it is. It's all it is. So right now, if you go into a video game like Fortnite, I don't know if you know or familiar with that, that's a metaverse. Anything that's a world is its metaverse right now. The only difference is in the future, because it will become more social media. We won't be shooting each other. We'll be hanging out and talking and doing cool stuff. So it's all a metaverse is a digital world that you're able to go into. You don't need VR goggles. You can, but like if you go into Sandbox, all you're doing is a 3D overhead version where it's like you're playing a video game, but it's in a digital world where people are able to interact. Now, where NFTs come in is whatever your outfit is will be an NFT. So that's why Nike's coming in, because they'll have shoes that they'll be able to make NFTs. They'll only make a couple thousand of them. And because there's only a couple thousand of them, people will want them because of supply and demand. So now all of a sudden these NFTs, which are just a digital shoe that you'll wear in the metaverse, will be hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Oh, so that's what my next question was, how NFT and metaverse related. I think you already described
it's items you use. It might be a space car. It might be your skin, where you might have an NFT where one time you look like I do, the next time you might look like a dragon. Like, you know, that's the cool thing. And think about this. Metaverses are going to allow people that have disabilities to be able to be whole again. Think about people that live in wheelchairs that now are going to be able to go in the metaverse and they're going to be able to fly, let alone walk.
Like Avatar. It reminds me of the movie Avatar that he was handicapped.
If you think about it, Avatar is almost like its own metaverse. That planet is like a metaverse. You know, it's whatever world you're in at that time is a metaverse. So when you go into Sandbox, all it is a video game world. And what's going to happen is there's going to be thousands of metaverses, but just like Pareto's principle, 20% of them are the ones that everyone will go to, and then the other 80% will just be like outlier stuff. And that's why you see all these big companies like Microsoft, Nike, Adidas going, because they know that just like in the real world, you got sneakerheads, people that love their shoes that are paying thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands for shoes, which for me, I'm like, that's stupid, but that's their thing. And it's going to be their thing in the metaverse too, but they'll be digital.
Okay. So you really described it well about NFT versus metaverse. But my question is, what are the platform? I mean, like, for example, stock you can buy from those brokerage market and from account or Robinhood or something like that. For NFT, what is the platform?
So that's the thing that's going to be the thing that's going to be, it's still being decided, because there's not one yet that integrates with another one. And that's the friction point, is each one's its own thing. Soon they'll figure it out where you'll be able to take, I'll buy my car in one metaverse, which is an NFT, and then I'll be able to take it in another metaverse and use it. Right now, you can't, like Sandbox is what's a name of one metaverse, and there's another one called Decentraland. Nothing in Sandbox works in Decentraland and vice versa. They're their own stuff. So if I wanted to buy NFTs that worked in Decentraland, they're only there. In the future, they'll work together and you'll be able to take yours from one. And here's the other thing that's cool. Video games in the future, you'll be able to pay. So like, are you familiar with the game World of Warcraft?
Yes.
Have you ever heard of that? So
my son play all those.
Okay, so over a 10-year period, I played that game all the time. So in the settings, you can go in and see how much time you had in game. And over a 10-year period, I had 6 months of my life in game. And that's 24 hours a day if you add it up over time. And I had nothing but good memories and fun times. What NFTs will be in the future, I'll buy a sword that's an NFT. I'll level it up to where it becomes mythic and has all these powers and stuff. And then someone who didn't have the 6 months it took to build it up will then pay me $5,000 for this because they have the money but not the time.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense? So
Yes.
the NFTs you're able to buy, you'll be able to start at like a very basic level. And as you work on them in the game and make them better and better, you'll then be able to go on a market and sell them to someone. So you'll actually be able to make a living in game. There right now is a game called Axie Infinity, where they are in the Philippines are making 2 and 3 times what their weekly wages playing this video game because they earn tokens in the game playing the game.
Mm.
It's the possibilities. Gaming and NFTs are going to be huge in gaming in the metaverse because you're going to be able to use these NFTs in the video
So
game.
that is the future. You are saying that it is going to the gaming world. The NFT individually will go to the gaming world.
100%. Gaming is going to drive NFTs in the metaverse. Really, really huge driving forces.
Now I have second question. Suppose I'm not an illustrator. I'm not techie person. Then if I want to create, so I have to go to an artist or digital artist. So I mean, if he created, he will be the owner. You know what I mean? I mean, how a regular person, me, like how will I?
If you have the money but not the skills, let's say, you would go to someone, they would make your NFT, and then they would give it to you.
Okay, but
so NFTs
and there is no, I mean, there is no foul play, like, you know, they can, you know what I mean? They are giving me, but
it's possible, but that's where that's the cool thing when you both the good and bad things. So for instance, everything on NFT, you can go on the blockchain and check all the coding. So you can literally have someone go and look to see if there's any stuff in there that's fishy, because if you don't, they could put it in there and you wouldn't know.
Mm-hmm.
So that was one. So you can have that all verified to make sure that no one's messing you over or anything like that. But for what you're looking at, what a person would do is they would just make the NFT and then they would just send it to you, and then you would be the actual owner and creator of it. And then you could set the royalty. You set all that stuff when you go to sell it. So you would have it if you're making them individually like that. Mm-hmm. If you're doing a launch like we're doing with Steve, all the coding's done behind the scenes by the guys doing all the techie stuff.
Yeah, so you guys hired somebody to do it, right?
Right. We have a whole dev team, there's like 5 people on the dev team that they do all the, I don't know any of the techie stuff. I know all the promotions and the community building and the creation of the NFT, but I don't know the coding itself is called Solidity. And right now, if anybody watching, if you want to learn how to make 6 figures in the next 6 months, go learn Solidity or learn how to make something in the metaverse. Learn how to make a house or make a game, because right now there's super high demand. Solidity code developers are making between $250,000 to $300,000 a year starting out right now.
Seriously? I mean, it is
huge. Like,
what is the spelling of it? Solid, SOLI?
It's solid, ITY.
ITY?
I'm telling you.
Because my son is 14 years old. He knows coding, but I can tell him to.
Seriously, like your son, going in like the sandbox and learning how to use what's called the game maker, which you make experience like it's like a Minecraft basically.
Yeah, Minecraft. He always does
so
that.
If you know how to do that, literally within 3 to 6 months, your son could be making $100,000 a year. No joke. I'm not even joking. This is the next gold rush. That's why I'm so excited. Realize in Sandbox, there's 1,666,000 plots of land that are sold. Guaranteed, 90% of those people have money but have no skills or idea how to build on their land. I'm in the process right now of recruiting people. I'm going to recruit 10 to 12 builders, and then I'm building what is called it's a metaverse architect agency. I'm going to go out to these people because they have money. Think about it. Some of these people are spending $1 million on a piece of digital land. How much would they spend to develop it or put their stuff on it?
Yeah.
Another $1 million?
Yeah, that is my question. I mean, suppose I have some money, but I have no tech skill. Then there can be an agency, right? That's what you guys
I'm building. Because here's the other thing. People that buy land, they have land, but how do I get people to it? You need to learn how to have a marketing agency for your land as well. So my group is called WeBuildTheMetaverse.com. And what we do, we actually help you design, help you build your land or buy your land, and then decide what you want to put on it. Do you want to put an event, like you want to put a concert? Do you want to make a game where you charge people? Like literally, you can do anything. Do you want to build a house that you and your friends can hang out in and do all types? Like literally, because that's the thing. These people have money, but they have no idea. So I'm gonna have a
No.
team of people that we're gonna come in, and I'm gonna get I'm gonna get 10 different artists. I'm going to have them each make 2 to 3 different experiences. So then I'll have 20 to 30 examples to go and show these people. And I'm going to go to them and just be like, hey, look, here's what my team can build. What would you like? Oh, really? $300,000. Realize there was just a yacht, a digital yacht that was sold in the metaverse for $650,000. The same type of yacht that your son would make with Minecraft. I'm not joking. It
He will
literally
be so excited because he was asked. He just turned 14. He was asking me, Mom, I can work from the summer. What will I do?
I guarantee you that of the 10 people I find, that at least 80% of them will be under the age of 20 years old. Because those are the people that know how to do it already.
Yes, and they are passionate about it.
And I'm
First of all, like
you,
me and my husband, we are both from medical field.
mm-hmm.
He hate medical. He don't want it. And I said, okay, I have no problem, whatever you love. And it's not, he is doing it from his elementary school. Like he's learning all those. I have no idea what he was learning that time, but he will be very excited. I can tell him.
I'm telling you, I tell anyone that wants, they're like, how can I make money? Forget even flipping NFTs. Like forget flipping NFTs. Learn how to make something in the metaverse. It will take you 2 to 3 months to become an expert in it. And literally, if you're willing to go out and market yourself, you can be making 6 figures a year. No joke, within 3 to 6 months by learning either Solidity coding or how to make something in the metaverse. One of those two, that's all. And it's so high demand right now. You don't understand how hard it was for us to find a good dev team out there. It's so hard right now.
That's exactly my question.
Oh
my if I want to jump in NFT world, how will I start, and who will draw it? I mean, how it will be unique?
Well, my launch team, there's 3 things I focus on right now. My NFT for newbies, which is teaching newbies and teaching, it's an info side of it. My info products are that.
Right.
And then I've got what we build the metaverse. That's my metaverse marketing agency where we're going to be building things in the metaverse for people. And then I've got howtolaunchnfts.com, which is my how to launch, which is what I do for Steve. So those are the 3 things. We're teaching the new people getting in. I'm building for people in the metaverse, which is going to be probably a 7 or 8 figure business easily. And then my how to launch NFTs, where we do done for you launch NFTs. So we do everything. You just have to have the money and the following to be able to do it all. But we'll get the artists. We help you design the concept, all that stuff that I'm telling you about, Steve. Like I've done all that. I came up with all that myself. That's all me that's done all that. So that's what me and my agency do now is if you have an NFT and you want to launch it, we'll help you launch it and make the money and make sure it's a success. So the only problem is it's going to be between 50 to 100K to work with me, but realize on the other side, you're looking at an NFT launch, like a bad one. If it sells out, we'll still do $1 million. So you're still looking at like 100x your return or 10x your return if you pay the $100,000. So like right now, you got to think if you're doing 10,000 of something and you sell it for $400, that's 4 million.
Got it.
Right. All right. It's, it's volume. It's volume. That's the cool thing. You don't have to sell them for a lot. $400 is very reasonable. Yeah. But when you sell 10,000 of something for 400, guess what? You're looking at $4 million. The cool thing is one of the things we're being sure of, we're looking it's actually about 2.5 to 3 is what we're looking at. But half of it we're giving back to the community. Like we're doing all types of stuff where we're like literally using the money to buy things to give the community. Like we're probably only going to make 50% profit on the whole thing when it's all done, because again, we're looking at what's the year, what's the 2, 3, 5 years down the road. We want a community that people are going to be in for a long time. The money, I mean, sure, we all want to make money. It's important to us, but that's not what it's about now. Now it's about it's better to give up money now and build a solid foundation because in the end, it's going to come back to you tenfold. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
So
Right
that's why
now it is more about you're passionate about it and building the you are
the community,
enjoying the journey right now. Yes.
yeah,
Got it.
and making something
And
that people are proud of, that they're like, yes, I'm a capitalist pig and I'm proud of it, you know?
exactly. Yeah, thank you so much because you just not only educated us about NFT, but because it is an entrepreneur channel, you also gave up some tips of how we can not only like flipping NFT that
Mhm.
everybody is trying, but you
Right,
showed us because we are many of us we know about funnel hackers. We are funnel
right.
hackers. You are
Sure.
saying exactly like that. You can build agency, you can have affiliate. You gave the at whole pictures about NFT business behind the scene,
Right.
not only like flipping.
Remember about 2 years ago, everybody wanted to launch a funnel agency,
Yes.
right? Now you need to launch what I call a MAA, a Metaverse Architect Agency. And the reason why it's an architect, because you could be building a building or you could be building a game. You're an architect in the metaverse. So the new thing that I'm creating now, which is going to be the next hot thing, is going to be Metaverse Architect Agencies. Because think about that. That's what, again, even if I wanted to, there's 166,000 plots out there. I couldn't help them all if I wanted to.
Hmm.
Think about how much business, and that's just in Sandbox. That's not even Decentraland or Miranda or Townstar or any other metaverses that are popping up right now. That's just in the Sandbox alone. So think about that. The fact that just in the Sandbox, you can go and there's all that. There's 166,000 opportunities for you right now out there.
Wow. So I will ask you, Jeff. I mean, you in a nutshell, in just 45 minutes, you told us a lot. But again, we are in my group. We are in a very beginners. If
Right.
one day you want to come and give us the education part,
Sure.
mostly in focusing on the not the flipping NFT, but the entrepreneur side of that,
Definitely.
I will love it. But again, it's up to you. I know you are busy,
I will
and
definitely come
you
back.
can also come and talk about before launching. That's also fine.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
we'll come back. We'll do a little. One of the things we're doing with Steve is we're doing like a Russell Brunson book tour where we're going on like tons of podcast. Like when you start hearing about it, you're going to start hearing about it because we're going on all the different major outlets. We're going and doing big media blasts, all types of stuff. It's going to be huge. It's going to be huge. Like
Wow,
literally, you guys are just getting a little taste of what it is right now. Like we haven't even started. Like it's crazy.
oh my God, I want to be part of it, and I'm sure my viewers will also.
Yeah, for sure.
That's why I'm so excited because that's I always say that we start the journey and
Right.
then different doors open up. So
Right.
just start wherever you are. Right now, I'm feeling like NFT because
It's
Jeff,
so new.
I know NFT. I'm following Gary V, but it was mostly on the flipping part. But the way Gary described it today, it's like another door is coming for us,
It's
which is very exciting.
the metaverse is going to make more millionaires than anything ever in the history of man, and it will make multiple billionaires. Why don't you be one of them?
I'm all for it.
I'm telling you, everyone is
Because
like, what? And it's so new. Like, realize even anybody watching this video right now, you're watching the pioneers. What we're doing right now, we're literally some of the stuff we're doing is historic. It's never been done. So just think about this is so new. Like for me, I feel like I hear people talking about it's just like ClickFunnels. When you're in ClickFunnels, it feels like everybody knows what a ClickFunnel is. But really, when you step outside of ClickFunnels, there's not a lot of people that, I mean, it's gotten a lot better, but not like so NFTs are even worse. Like you feel like everybody, because all my friends were NFT people, but you just take one step outside and it's crickets. Nobody knows. They've heard what's this NFL
no,
NFT, but they
yesterday,
don't know what it is.
which one? We were in a Facebook group. I forgot which launch. It was a big. I think it is Russell's that SmackDown going on. People
Oh,
were
right.
talking. People were talking about NFT. Like 10 of them asked, "What is NFT? What is NFT?"
That's the
They
thing.
they know Russell. They know funnel. But
And that's one of the things, again, like that's one of the friction points we're really working with is people I worked on another project that didn't work out as well, and one of the problems we had is people showed up with their credit cards like, I'm ready to buy, and we're like, you got to get crypto. So now we had to show them how to go into first, how to go to Coinbase, how to buy Ethereum, then how to do a MetaMask, how to like there's so many steps just to buy an NFT people
Yeah,
don't realize.
that is, I want to learn today. I was trying to read and all, and that's exactly. I said, okay, I have some Ethereum. I'm good. That's what I
Right.
was thinking, because I bought it, as I said, 18 when the Bank of America was started acting weird, and oh my goodness. Anyway, with Coinbase and all.
Right.
So anyway, uh, thank you so much. It's almost one hour you were here,
Yeah, I appreciate it.
and
It was a lot
I'm
of fun.
so grateful that you are here. But I will look forward to
You'll
get
see it. Trust
a
me.
mini training from you.
Yeah, you're not going to have any trouble seeing it. It's going to be really loud and it's going to be drawing a lot of attention. So it's
No,
super
that
exciting.
is, yeah, that is, we are all excited about it. I'm saying from you, if you can
Yeah,
come one day and give a mini training, but I know you guys will be very busy,
do
but I
this.
will try to do it in February sometimes. That's not
Yeah,
a
yeah,
problem.
do this. Just put a post out or anybody watching this and find out what exactly do I need to start at the beginning and explain it all, or what exactly? And then let me
Mhm.
know. Reach out to me, messenger, and we'll come in. I'll do a training for you guys. No problem.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Jeff. And we are looking forward for that, and wish you a luck with this whole new NFT world.
And if anybody
And
wants, I've got a group called NFT for Newbies
I,
that you can.
I am already there.
Right. Anybody go there? It's been blowing up. We're like at 4,500 people. We're doing 1,000 people are joining every
Mhm.
month. It's crazy. I
Hey,
do trainings in there. There's tons of free videos and
right.
great
Actually, I will
information.
put the link
Oh,
below
thank
of
you.
this video. No problem. Yes, I know the link. If not, I will reach you, and you can
Awesome.
also put the link. No problem.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
So
That's awesome.
that is the motto of my channel, to educate the entrepreneur with new or old or all the tips, so that we can all learn together. So
Awesome.
I hope people also learn from here. So we will see again. Thank
Yes,
you so
ma'am.
much. Bye.
Bye bye, guys.
Bye, Jeff.